I've looked these over. I see the point of this report from the Department for the Agriculture. I like the concept overall, but you're going to have to convince me as to why we'll be spending close to double what we're used to spending for our hydroponics operations current to run this type of system. I like what I see here. I'm not going to argue with the merits here. I'm just having a little bit of a difficulty making the jump from where we are current into why this is worth almost double what we're spending. It looks to be easier to maintain. I won't argue that particular point either, but this is going to take a little bit of doing to pull me aboard. You can take this back to the Minister for the infrastructure, and perhaps he could take a look at it and see whether or not it's important enough for him to view, because with this, when we move to expand greenhouse situations, as well as hydroponics locations, he's going to want to know particular information regarding dimensions, so that way he knows how big locations have to be to get an idea how many of these units could fit. The Minister for the Land Management will have to deal with the Department for the Agriculture regarding this. I'm not exactly on board, but I'll at least hear out any subsequent arguments that's available. Alright, in terms of the possibilities of assisting with the expansion of biofuels, I am more open to this, but we have not got enough due diligence done for me to say that we can go on this. Customs has to get on board with this. Law and Justice has to take care of the oversight. Imperial Power and Industry Agency has to guide customs. I am under the impression, on this quick glance, that because it's extra regnum, Foreign Affairs is going to have to see after the RFPs on this. And let me see, logistics will have to look at the material acquisition as well as proper deployment schedule. So what are they doing over there? I would imagine, well, I can ask you that later. It appears now, though, that demand in corporate Nigeria for biofuels in the form of ethanol anyway is expanding. They use, what is this, gallons or liters? 30 million something. I would imagine they probably use liters of fuel consumed on a regular basis over there, I imagine, daily. So I guess if they got anywhere around, say, 350 to 400,000 gallons a day usage or availability of, say, ethanol, that could help a lot towards environmentally becoming responsible. Ethanol is good, and you know how I feel about the ethanol situation, but I do prefer biodiesel over the ethanol. I would like to see where biodiesel becomes the preeminent fuel, simply because it does not require the water sourcing nearly as much as ethanol does. Ethanol is such a horrific tax on the water supply. It's just, I'm not knocking it as a fuel. Anything other than petroleum-based fuel, I have to respect. But biodiesel does not require anywhere near as much water as the ethanol does. So we have to look into certain things and see what's really reasonable, what's doable and reasonable. We can pick this this up a little later. We have a few things that we got to take care of, and then we will adjourn.